Hi, I'm Mike from Michael's Motor Cars, located in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, and I'm happy to present today a very special MGB. Come on over and take a look at it. This car is a 1967 MGB, so it's an early B. What is unusual about this car, and I'll point out a few features, is the originality of this car. This is the kind of car that I really hope an MG purist buys this car. It could easily go to any show as a preservation class car because it's incredibly original. We picked the car up. It's been in our storage facility for a couple of years, and we kept bugging the owner if they wanted to sell it, and finally they decided to sell it. It had been in Maine previously. In 2005, it was sold by F40 Motorsports up in Connecticut to the fellow in Maine who owned it from 2005 till recently, and then we were able to purchase the car. It is British Racing Green. I'd like to point out it has a few minor cosmetic flaws that I'd like to show you. They're very minor considering the overall car's condition. The left front bumper is bent down slightly. This can probably just be adjusted up a little bit, but you'll see in the photos there's a little gap right there. Going around the car, and I did this just before our photo session, it's unreal. All of these side strips are perfect, and I almost never use the word perfect, but there's not a single ding on this car. Everywhere around, all four strips have no marks. The windshield pillars, the anodized, is just wonderful. Really has a beautiful patina. The cowl vent probably should be replaced. That chrome is pretty pitted, so that could be replaced. Windshield is great. This is one of those cars, we are pretty sure it's probably 90% original. That is based on looking at the paint, doing paint meters. The paint is not thick, so it appears to be the original thickness. It would have come from the factory. It has a little bit of MG orange peel going on that was very typical of MGs of this period. But we're not a body shop. We're not going to verify either way, but it appears to be, I'm going to say probably 90%, if not all original. All the rocker seams are correct down here on both edges. That's the way it came from the factory. And coming along the back of the car, the side of the car, the 67s were really cool cars. We do a lot of Bs. I've worked on a lot of Bs. And it's funny when you go back and drive an original 67, just how good these cars were when they first came out. It has a very light feel. It's peppy. The brakes, suspension, everything just feels very different from the later cars. So it's really quite an experience. We come over here to the interior. We had a couple decisions. The door cards are all original. The piping is original, and they're really in excellent condition. All the way down here at the bottom has the plastic door openers. All this is original to the car. It's a metal dash car. It's gorgeous. Even this little piece right in here. Of course, there's no cracks or anything because it's all metal. All the gauges and instrumentation are working correctly. And you'll see in our driving video, everything is working. It has a radio blank out plate. It never had a radio. The seats in the 67 would have been leather, and that's what these are. These are the original leather seats. We decided to leave them alone, and here you can see the patina of the original leather. The passenger seat, the stitching has pulled out a little bit right here. We're leaving that like that for the next owner to decide what to do. Personally, I prefer originality. I would probably have a good leather worker replace this panel with an aged leather one and put it in and repair this seat, but I prefer originality. Someone else may want to buy brand new leather for the car. But these are absolutely the original seats that came with the car. You'll see in the photos they did replace the carpeting on the transmission tunnel and back by the battery boxes. Carpeting behind the seats is original. The rubber along the sills is all original. Car also has the full tonneau cover that is in excellent condition, very nice condition, I should say. Also, we do have the full top, of course. The plastic is in good shape. It's a replacement steering wheel. That's the only thing that has been changed on the car. It's not original. I just love this body seams, and this car, the originality is just, you have to see it to believe it. The chrome and everything is excellent. And I do not think it's ever been restored. I think we're looking at all original chrome, the lenses, everything is very nice. The car has clearly been inside most of its life. All of the floors are original. They've never been replaced, repaired, or anything. You'll see the trunk floor is all original, very solid. The car has had, at some point in its recent past, a whole new exhaust system put on it. It's had miscellaneous maintenance done to it. You'll see the front suspension bushings have been replaced. So it's been maintained, and today it presents and drives very well. We do have the heritage certificate for the car. All the numbers are matching. It was built June 23rd, 1967, dispatched June 29th, so they were quick. Came straight to the US. It's always been a US car. It was equipped from the factory, well, practically the way it is now. Had the wire wheels, a heater, black tonneau. It had white wall tires when the car was new. Speedometer, ashtray, and pack-away hood. So that's the top to the car. So we do have the heritage certificate. We do have the bill of sale when F40 sold the car. Let me show you this side, same thing. I mean, all of these pieces that are hard to get in this condition are wonderful. It's got the cool little light here. That's neat. The metal glove box. I mean, if you like MGBs, this is really a cool one to get. And as I mentioned, could go straight into preservation. It is in no need of any restoration. This car is far too original. The motor is completely original. We'll take you for a drive in it. It's a lovely car to drive. So please ask us any questions you may have. We'll be happy to answer them, take any more photos as required. But again, this is an unmodified, very original 1967B. Thanks for looking at our car.